Dina lived with her humans, Mike and Katrina, but Dina worked alone. She quite liked it that way. Mike and Katrina would go off to work in the morning, and Dina would happily spend the day helping all her neighbours in the small seaside village where she lived. Bye-bye, Dina! Bye, Dina! When Tina the tortoise from next door wandered too far into the bramble hedges and her owner, little Mina Mansaw, couldn't find her, Dina sniffed Tina out and guided her home to safety. When Mrs. Willits from across the road couldn't find her cat, Fluffles, Detective Dina was at the ready to help. Her ears pricked up when she heard Mrs. Willits calling, "Fluffles! Fluffles! Come here, Kitty, Kitty!" Dina, her belly low to the ground and her tail in the air, shuffled along, sniffing until she picked up the scent of Fluffles, who, it turned out, had tumbled into a muddy ditch. When Tom the teacher lost the class mascot, Freddie the lizard, Dina helped all the children in the village look for him. Freddie was an escape artist. He was forever finding new ways to escape from his box, but he often got himself into trouble doing so. On this daring rescue, Dina found him dangling upside down from a drain pipe. He had been trying to shimmy up the spout when he realised he didn't like being up high. Yes, Dina was a pretty great detective, and she loved her village. One of her favourite things to do was to run along the beach, leaving a long trail of paw prints behind her. In summer, deck chairs and little blue tents were dotted all over the sand, and there were always nice people offering friendly pats and tummy rubs. In winter, the air was brisk and the beach was empty, except for the odd dog walker or jogger. On windy Wednesday, Dina was scampering along the dunes when she saw her old friend Dusty the dog. Dusty was a great big shaggy dog with long fur and large grey eyes. Normally, he too would be bounding about on the dunes. Today, his head was hanging down and his eyes were drooping. He didn't look happy at all. "Whatever is the matter, Dusty?" Dina woofed. Dusty shook his head sadly. "Oh, hello, Dina," he said. "I'm sure I put it right here. Where can it have gone?" "What? What did you put here?" Dina asked. "My treasure," Dusty wailed. "I dug a hole here on my walk yesterday evening and I put my favourite stick and treat inside, but when I came back this morning, they were gone. Some other dog must have taken them." Dina nuzzled poor Dusty. "Don't worry, Dusty. We'll find this canine criminal," she said. "They won't get far now I'm on the case." Dina sniffed around in the sand. It smelled salty and tickled her nose. The wind whistled in her ears. When she peered into the hole Dusty had dug, Dina found nothing much in there except some weird brown-green stringy stuff. Just as she was sniffing the strange stringy thing, something sharp nipped her nose. "Ouch!" she yelped. Dusty and Dina jumped back from the hole a little scared. "Excuse me! Watch where you're putting your big nose!" a small voice snapped. Dina and Dusty peeked over their paws. Staring back at them, looking quite stern and fierce, was a crab. "You pinched me," Dina yapped. "That wasn't very nice. And what are you doing in there? That's my friend's hole." "I don't see a name on the hole," the little crab huffed. "Who are you? The beach police? I can go where I like." "Well, actually, I am the local detective dog, and there has been a theft," Dina woofed firmly. "And you have been caught leaving the scene of the crime." The crab looked from side to side, and Dina was almost certain it changed colour ever so slightly from milky white to blushing pink.